Hello everyone, and this is June's Journey Hood, right? So, very excited, thanking God for another new day. We're alive, and because of all the different things that are going on right now, we have more than enough to thank God. As I'm talking about my journey hood, I call it a hood because here's my dwelling place. I make it into a home. And sometimes we are in the hood. It can be in the valley, it can be in the hospital, it can be in the prison, it can be in the mental hospital. Doesn't matter. Our hood is what we make it to be, whether a home or a house. It doesn't matter what name you called it or not, but I'm just saying this is my journey hood. So talking about my journey hood is that a lot of people wouldn't want to be in a hood, or they might think it's a ghetto place, or those kind of things. But I'm just saying my journey hood, it's been a journey for me because in spite of all these things that are going on, I could still get up and still give God thanks and be thankful for life, especially life, because so many people are dying now, and some of them are grasping for life in the hospitals and all of that. So I just feel really grateful. So how are you guys? Are you guys grateful too for life? Like, come on, let's rejoice. It's a brand new day, and God has been good to us. And this is my story about saying hello to everyone and making sure everybody is not so frustrated that they can't think about God or to even give him praise. Just to get up and see that you're alive, you're still in your right mind. It's a blessing, So it's good to really give God thanks. And that is what I'm really talking about. Some people are suffering with depression. Some people are going through so much they can't even afford to pay their rent and all these things, So God has been good, and let's just continue to praise him because he's worthy to be praised. So yes, as I was saying that, this is my journey, and I will have more videos coming up. So if you would like to follow me on my journey, it's gonna be fun. Okay, there's gonna be some ups and downs, right? Because through this journey, there's always some kind of ups and downs. It's not bad, but I'm just letting you know you're gonna hear some things that you'll say, wow, or some you might say, oh my goodness, but let's give thanks in spite of everything. As I have lots of different things to talk about. I am still a survivor, cancer survivor, which is good. I give God thanks. I removed my thyroid and all of that, but I'm still holding on. I'm still standing strong. On Christ the solid rock I stand, for all of the ground is sinking sand. So anyways, it's going to be fun, as I said, and it's called June's Journey. When Nebuchadnezzar heard what Daniel was saying to him, I knew he would be surprised, which he was surprised, but he was telling the truth. So this is the truth I'm talking about, right? Sometimes we're going through the valley, we're down in the valley, we're close to the valley, we're almost in the valley, and you might take it simple, or sometimes it bothers other people. Like, some people don't like to be in the valley, but in the valley could be cool, could be quiet, could be humbling, and there could be strength in the valley too. Like Elijah went down into the valley, and when the Lord had sent him there, he didn't even ask what the valley is going to look like or who is going to bring him food. But the Lord provided food every day with the bird. He let the bird bring food for Elijah every single day, morning and evening. That's what the Bible says. So, sometimes when we're in the valley, we don't need to question God. It's sometimes it's for a good purpose. It's for God to um, start rebuilding us all over again, because sometimes some people only depend on their money and their big houses and all of that. But you don't have to have those things. Like, those things are just material things, right? Because we need houses to live in and big cars to drive, but it doesn't matter, because if you're driving a big car, I'm taking a bus, we're still going the same place. It's still the same. The ride is still the same. In spite of me saying that, I could remember when I was working in London, Ontario, and my employer, he came to pick me up, and he was driving a Corvette. I never rode in a Corvette before, but when I see this car, it's like, oh, this car looks like a plane. So I went in, and it was like, when you step into it, you're all the way down. And by the time he started driving, I was like in a plane. I couldn't feel anything. I was like, look at me, I'm riding in a Corvette. Like sometimes when they dropping me home, they're driving this bulletproof car, and I'm like, oh my God, what is gonna happen here now? Those are the things you enjoy when you're living in a different world, working with different people and all these things. You get to experience things in Canada. I could remember when I first came to Canada what happened to me. I went into the store, I think it was a Walmart store or something. I saw this nightgown, like a t-shirt nightie or something. And it has a teddy bear in the front. And I said, oh my God, that nightgown looks so pretty with the teddy bear. And I was there with my friends, and they said, well, why don't you buy it? So I said, I don't know if I want to buy it. But anyways, I went up to the cashier after I bought it. I took it, and I went to the cashier to pay, and then the cashier said to me, I know this is very funny, you're gonna laugh. But this is what happened to me, right? I went up to the cashier to pay for my t-shirt, nightgown, nighty thing, and then the woman said to me, it's $19.99 plus tax. I don't know. You guys don't know, because we're from the Caribbean, so we never really know about the taxes and all of that. You know what we call the tax? Those little nails that we put on the wall. So it was such a big joke, right? I went up to pay for it, and she said, it's $19.99 plus tax. And I'm like, well, where can I get tax to buy? And that woman was just looking at me. I wanted to know, where those taxis sell, so I could buy to bring next time. So that was my first experience in Canada. And it's been a while now, how many years. But, I'm grateful, because now I'm more experienced about the taxes and all these things. But yeah, that was one of them. And, I saw other things that was very interesting too. Like, some people are afraid to say their story or to talk about things, but no, I just take it as a joke, and I'm looking around to tell my friends about what is going on here. This woman said $19.99 plus tax. Where are the tax? Where can I find the tax? And they were just laughing their life away. But we all go through a phase, and we have different experiences. I watch other people pushing transfer down into that little thing on the bus, and I was laughing about that too. But to myself, not to laugh out loud. But everybody has some kind of experience leaving their home to travel and to see different things in life. But it's good to talk about things, right? So that was one part of my story coming to Canada. I had just a traveling bag, just a bag with some clothes. They called it traveling bag, because I didn't have a suitcase, right? And I get to the airport, and when I get to the airport, the person who works there said, "Where's your suitcase?" And I'm like, "I don't have a suitcase. I only have a traveling bag." But even I was just traveling with a traveling bag, he fall in love with me. Even when that lady, one of the lady came around wanted to question me, he said, "Oh, no, she have to go. Let her go." He just want to get rid of me. But yeah, I had fun, and so it was good. Anyways, coming to Canada now, I never knew that, about paying rent and all of that because, back home everybody tried to build a house, have their own little house. Sometimes they built it with those things they used to call them rosa. They built them up with the rosa, those little rosa and stuff, and make the watland daub thing. They call it watland daub, where I remember they used to mix up the cement and plaster it all over. Everybody have a shanty or something. Never used to rent place and all of that too much in my country. Like, everybody has a home, has somewhere to live, And coming here now, I see that these rents are so high, and it's very hard for people to even manage. Sometimes it's like they have to decide between food and rent, and it shouldn't have been like that, because Canada is really a nice big country, and some people are really struggling, and it's not that they're not working. The majority of them are working, but things are still so hard for them, because they have bills and high rent and all of that. So, but this is where we're going to trust God. We have to trust God no matter what. It could have been worse, but God has still been good to us. And going through with the corona and everything, some people getting depressed because they're just in their home. But you know what, my friends, who might be watching me or listening to me, I am just saying to you, be encouraged. God is still there for us. He is going to see us through, no matter what. Take good care of yourself and be encouraged. Don't give up and don't give in. God is still there for us. We can stand on His word, because His word is life. It's powerful, and it is sharper than any two-edged sword. You know what I want you to do? Subscribe, like, and I'll see you again. Keep coming, keep following me. I'm leading the way, and you are going to follow me. Okay? So I still have more things coming our way, and we're going through this together. Okay? The Lord bless you. I'll see you real soon. Remember to subscribe and like, and there's plenty more meat on the bone to eat. Bye-bye.